Am I wrong for not seeing my nieces because I'm gay? My sister, 34, Allie and her husband, John, 36, have 2 daughters, 16/6, my nieces, who I adore and love with all my heart. When I was 25, I moved in with my sister and Bill while I attended college. It was short-lived, about 9 months, as they decided they wanted to sell their house, but while I was living there, things were great. I was able to help watch the girls while my sister and Bill worked. We would have movie nights, games, the whole works. I was the fun uncle. With my sister, we have always had a strong sibling bond. We had shit parents/family and supported each other through thick and thin. In fact, up until recent years, we had one fight that we both give each other shit about because it was the only time we've ever yelled at the other. After I moved out, found my way in life in college, I came out of the closet at 27. I was actually threatened to be outed to my sister, and that's how I came out, but that's a whole separate post. She was of course happy for me and wanted me to be my true self. She, of course, told my Bill. John and I actually used to be really close. Before I moved in with them, we would play video games nearly every night. We became brothers and honestly, it felt like I did have a brother in my life. That changed when I came out. John had told me he was of course supportive and loved me all the same, but around that same time he started to bring up religion or going to church with my sister and nieces whenever I was with them. It was really odd, because after knowing John for so long, he hadn't really ever brought up religion before. The most clear example I have was once my sister asked me if I was seeing any boys and John immediately started talking about Sunday school and how he and Allie are teaching it now. I am not a religious person, but I went to church camp as a kid, so there's a place in my heart for what it can do. That's to say, I didn't care that John brought this up. If anything, it made me feel like my sexuality made him uncomfortable. About a year and a half ago, Allie, John, and a few other friends went out to celebrate Allie's birthday. At one point, it was just me and John at our table. John said to me, "Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you about something. It's been getting really tough to explain to the girls how they can still love you although you're going to hell. It's a lot emotionally for them." And I froze. I didn't even know what to say. I'm pretty sure I muttered "oh okay" and someone came back to the table. It was a week later I was watching my youngest niece and she asked me what hell was like. It hurt so much and who knows, maybe it wasn't John's doing that made her ask, but ever since I couldn't stop thinking about how every time I left their house, John's sitting the girls down and explaining they can still love me, despite me burning in hell. So, I just emotionally withdrew. I love my nieces, but in my mind,